Hello and welcome. If you're new to crypto in 2025, here's the truth most people miss. Beginners win when they pick the right rails, not the right coin. The big edge isn't chasing the next meme. It's using low-cost, compliant, easy-to-use tools that are already shaping the future. Layers like Ethereum L2s and Lightning, clear EU rules under MiCA, Euro on and off ramps, AI safety checks, and the rise of tokenized real-world assets. Think long-term utility, not short-term gains. Let's make this super practical and walk through 3 game-changing moves you can make today and why they work so well. First, start on layers, not coins. Seriously. Most people begin by buying altcoins on a big exchange and then try to move around on mainnet Ethereum, where a single mistake can cost you 20 to 50 euros in fees. That's the expensive, stressful way to learn. The smarter way is to go straight to second-layer networks, Ethereum L2s like Base, Optimism, or Arbitrum, or Bitcoin's Lightning Network. After Ethereum's Dencun upgrade in March 2024, a lot of L2s saw fees slashed by 90 to 99%. Transfers that used to cost 20 or 30 cents dropped to under a cent, and many swaps now cost just a few cents. On Lightning, you're looking at near-instant Bitcoin payments with routing fees measured in satoshis, tiny fractions of a cent. The hidden advantage isn't just price, it's the user experience. L2s often have built-in transaction simulation, gas sponsorship, and account abstraction. Translation, the app warns you before you mess up, sometimes pays your fees for you, and makes accounts more flexible and forgiving. When the cost per action goes from 10 or 20 euros to under 5 cents, your whole relationship with crypto changes. You stop hesitating, you start experimenting, and you build muscle memory without bleeding cash. Here's what I'd do if I were starting today. Open a wallet on an L2 like Base. Move in 20 euros of a euro-backed stablecoin, and just try a few simple transfers and swaps. Feel those sub-cent fees. If you're curious about Bitcoin payments, grab a Lightning wallet like Phoenix or Moon and buy a €5 coffee online to experience that instant settlement. Set up the same wallet on your phone and your computer and send yourself tiny amounts back and forth to see how seamless it can be. And if you find an app that offers gasless transactions where they cover the fee, take it for a spin. That's a preview of mainstream crypto, and it's available right now. Second, bet on regulation, not speculation. MiCA is your friend. I know, regulations sound boring, but clarity beats chaos. And in Europe, we finally have a unified framework that's quickly becoming the blueprint for the rest of the world. MiCA covers the 27 EU countries and roughly 450 million people. That scale creates network effects. Compliant platforms gain access to a huge market. Competition increases, and user experience gets better within a safer, more transparent system. Meanwhile, platforms that can't or won't meet the bar are already exiting European markets. You don't want to be stuck migrating your funds because your platform got shut out. There's also the transfer of funds regulation, extending the travel rule to crypto with no minimum threshold. Yes, even tiny transfers can require originator and beneficiary info. That may feel intrusive, but it reduces the kind of anonymous flows that cause headaches for beginners and for banks. The upside for you is peace of mind. When you use a platform that follows strict custody rules, segregates client funds, and publishes clear reserves or attestations, you're not lying awake wondering if your exchange is secretly taking risks with your money. You can focus on learning. If you're in France, look for AMF-registered PSAN platforms. CoinHouse is one example. And double-check the official AMF list. Keep an eye on the MiCA rollout. Stablecoin rules started late June 2024, and broader provider rules continue into 2025. If a platform isn't leaning into this, that's a red flag. Look for providers that publish regular attestations about client fund segregation and custody practices. And consider platforms that straddle both traditional finance and crypto. Those hybrids tend to have stronger compliance infrastructure. Yes, it means doing KYC and a bit more paperwork up front. But in return, you get stability, access, and fewer nasty surprises. Third, Euro stablecoins plus SEPA Instant are your training wheels. This is the gentlest, safest way to learn crypto mechanics without taking on currency risk or waiting days for funds. Think regulated Euro stablecoins like EURC from Circle, or bank-issued options such as Société Générale's Euro stablecoin paired with instant bank transfers. With that combo, you're operating in a familiar currency while getting the benefits of blockchain, programmability, 24/7 availability, and global reach. Here's why that matters. Most beginners stumble over three things: foreign exchange risk, slow settlement, and uncertainty about what's allowed. Euro stablecoins take currency volatility off the table, while you practice things like DeFi interactions, cross-border transfers, and smart contracts. And with SEPA Instant, you can move euros in and out of your platform in seconds, not days. That means you get comfortable with flows: deposit, convert, transact, withdraw. You can build a repeatable routine. If you want a simple playbook, try this. Open an account with a MiCA-aligned platform that supports EURC and SEPA Instant. Send a tiny test deposit via SEPA Instant. Buy a small amount of URC, then move it to an L2 like Base. Make a small transfer, try a simple swap. And then withdraw back to your bank via SEPA Instant. Keep the amount small and treat it like practice reps. As you do this, check the stablecoin issuer's transparency reports and redemption policies. Stick with reputable issuers. And just a heads up, some traditional banks still flag crypto-related transfers. If that happens, talk to your bank or use a fintech that openly supports these flows. Notice the pattern across these three moves. You're stacking advantages. Ultra-low fees and forgiving UX on layers, regulatory clarity and platform stability under MiCA, and euro-denominated rails that let you learn without currency drama. Together, they give you more shots on goal, more transactions, more experiments, more confidence. And that's exactly how you stop being a perpetual beginner. A couple of mindset shifts to lock in before you go. First, treat every click like a rep in the gym. Frequency and small size beat occasional big swings. Second, document your setups, wallets, seed storage, preferred on-ramps and off-ramps, so you're building a playbook you can reuse. Third, assume the industry will keep converging on lower fees, more account abstraction, and stricter transparency. If you align with that direction now, you won't need to unlearn bad habits later. If you're hungry for what's next beyond these three, the rest of the playbook dives into exactly where this is all heading. AI-powered safety nets that flag risky approvals before you sign, tokenized real-world assets that let you hold regulated, yield-bearing instruments on-chain, and more ways to automate your finances securely across compliant platforms. But none of that matters if your foundation is expensive, chaotic, and fragile. Get the rails right first. So here's your challenge for the next 24 hours. Pick one L2 wallet, move in 20 euros of a euro stablecoin, and do 3 tiny actions: a transfer to another wallet you control, a small swap, and a withdrawal back to your bank using SEPA Instant. If you're a Bitcoin person, add 1 Lightning payment. Buy something small just to feel that instant settlement. Then write down what felt smooth, what felt clunky, and what you want to practice next. That simple loop will teach you more than a month of scrolling through crypto Twitter. To wrap, the winners in 2025 won't be the loudest gamblers. They'll be the quiet pros who build habits around low-cost layers, regulated platforms, and Euro-native rails. Choose clarity over chaos. Choose reps over hype. And always size your experiments so a mistake is just a lesson, not a crisis. Thanks for listening. If this helped, share it with someone who's still chasing the next coin instead of building the next habit. And remember, think long-term utility, not short-term gains.